All right, we are live right now to talk about my round robin wager 7 out of 6 games. As we know from last week, guys. Oh, by the way, this is Tone Setter Sports Channel here, live as well. How y'all doing this morning for these Sunday games we got going on? As we know, as back to what I was saying, uh, 7 out of 6 games this Sunday. As y'all watch my content from last weekend and probably my shorts because that's what I typically do. Um, that my round robin came down to one game. Uh, it was 6. It was 5 out of 6 and I lost one, and it came down to my sixth game, which was the Kansas City Chiefs. And Patrick Mahomes pulled that stunt by not scoring in the final 2 minutes of the game, and he chose to slide at the 2 yard line to not cover the spread. Now, as sus as that seemed, okay, I can understand it, and that's how you can hide it too if you want to go on the conspiracy side too, and saying, hey, that that's rigging in a sense. But neither here nor there. It's the way it goes sometimes. And so there it is. So excluding myself from the Sunday night game, Monday night game, Thursday night games. You burn me once, I'm just not going to do it. Unless I really have a gut feeling about a game. That's the only time. Like this Sunday night game that's coming up, my Cowboys versus the 49ers. And I will talk about that later because that's Sunday night. So I might talk about that um, during the second half of games or the evening game, should I say. So I'm not going to hold you guys too long. So let's talk about this 17 I mean this 7 out of 6 wager round robin that I have. Also, I have the parlay as well, which is the outright 7 teams. Okay. So the round robin parlay, I have 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So yeah, so I have 7 tickets. You can still win if you lose uh one game out of the 7. So that's why it's 7 out of 6, because then that seventh game will take place of that one loss, uh, that one team that didn't cover the spread or didn't cover the over. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not really familiar with the round robin. I was like just trying it, but then I saw how you know the 5 out of 6 or the 7 out of 6, and my ticket was still in. I was like, okay, that's even better for me because for the last 3 weeks now, I've always been one game off, whether if it was on a teaser or if it was just on a straight parlay. So I was like, okay, let me try the round robin this weekend, which was last weekend for the first time, and I uh, had the 5 out of 6, lost one out of the 5 out of 6. So that six game, it's Kansas City did not cover, and all they had to do was, and like I said, Patrick Mahomes just had to cover the spread by scoring that touchdown in the last 2 minutes. So I'm gonna do 7 out of 6, and I'm doing the first set of games at 1 o'clock, and I'm doing the what are the 4 o'clock games or whatnot. So just taking the night games out, period. Monday night, Thursday night, Friday night. I mean, I said Friday night. What is uh Sunday night, Thursday nights, and Monday nights. So here we go. All right, let's just talk about this. Uh, I my first game I have Atlanta Falcons, Houston Texans. Atlanta Falcons covering the 3.5 point spread. The reason why I chose Atlanta Falcons is because Atlanta is 2-0 at home, and I know the Texans they're on a 2 game winning streak. So you can also choose the over on that as well because it could be a shootout. But I went on and chose the spread um, with the Atlanta Falcons due to the fact that they do have a pretty solid defense. Um, Quarterbacks kind of cancel each other out because they both young. Um, Atlanta Falcons does have Bijan Robinson, and he's been balling since entering the league this year. And you have they have the wide receivers as well, besides the 2-0 home record. Um, so enough said there. So I'm gonna go with the streak of the 2-0 home record with the Falcons, covering that 2.5 minus spread. I would like for it to get to 3, or go less. And it might have covered because I made this bet. I made these bets around 9, 10 o'clock this morning. So things have changed now that it's 12 o'clock and I need to go back and check them. And I might make another bet because I might get some pickums here or there. You never know. Uh, so my second game, Detroit Lions, Carolina Panthers with the -9 spread. That's a lot for the NFL. Carolina did put up some points last weekend, but they're on the road. And CJ Stroud, no, Bryce Young has not looked that well. Not CJ Stroud. Sorry, that's the Texans. So I don't know about the Panthers. I know this about Detroit is that yeah, they are I don't know what their home record is, but I think they're undefeated when it comes to home games too. I'm trying to think now. It's been a couple hours since I looked at all of the stats or whatnot. But just the way that Detroit has been playing, they've been a pretty steady team as far as putting up points and everything. The defense is good. I'm on Saint Brown in that I can't even think of their quarterback's name now. See, when I go live like this, I tend to forget the names. I could just spit them off the top of my head. Um, but yes, I'm just the fact that the Lions have been pretty dominant so far. I got them covering the 9 point spread. Um, Nevertheless, okay, this one is even more egregious due to the fact that this is an NFL game and NFL teams playing each other. But we know the high octane offense of the Miami Dolphins can be very serious. We saw what they did to the Denver Broncos, but then they almost got 70 put up on them playing against Buffalo. Now I don't know what happened between those two times, but um, we know that the Giants have not been good so far, and they lucky to even have that one game under their belt versus the Cardinals. I mean, because look at what they played another dominant team. Well, three have played three dominant teams. The Cowboys, they played the 49ers, and now they're about to play the Dolphins, right? So it's a minus 13 and a half now. That is ridiculous. When at the same time, it's not because we have seen the Giants give up a lot of points. And they just don't have the talent um, to cover the cheetah and Waddle and oh gosh, it just they got Moster um and whoever else they have. I like Barrios coming out of he played for Miami. Good slot receiver and all of that. And I know they missing I know they're missing their cornerback Ramsey and everything. I think this will be a track meet, so that's why I am taking the minus 13 points for going to the Dolphins. My fourth game: Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens. Ravens -5. I have the Ravens. Pittsburgh, I don't know what the hell happened to them once the regular season started, but I know in the preseason Pickett looked pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, okay, I thought that Steelers was really going to have something, and so far they haven't. Um, Ravens, I mean Lamar Jackson. What else can I say? Mark Andrews, that solid defense, even though it's not the standard that defense normally holds. You know what I'm saying? But it's a new day, and it's more offensive driven when you're talking about a transcendent talent like Lamar Jackson. Now he's throwing the ball all over the place, running the ball in as usual. I would take that plus. I would take that -5 versus the Steelers, although it's a rivalry game. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave it right there. My fifth game: Minnesota Vikings, Kansas City Chiefs. I got Kansas City. I think Kansas City would definitely win this game. Minnesota Vikings, their defense is still in question. Offense tends to put up points, but they tend to start off slow, mostly like the second half. But I am taking that. You might as well say 53 points because 52 and a half. I mean, come on, 53 on the over. I am taking with the Kansas City Chiefs and and the Minnesota Vikings. A second game is my upset alert. Arizona Cardinals, Cincinnati Bengals. Josh Dobbs is starting to look like a starter in my mind. I always thought he needed an opportunity anyway. And I know a lot of teams. I know the Browns wish they could have him now due to the fact that Deshaun Watson um, took himself out the game last weekend. You know what I'm saying? Just having that solid backup. I know Tennessee Titans probably wish they still had him too. But I do have this as an upset. I got the Arizona Cardinals with the +3 over the Bengals. Now, I could be wrong, because this is a any given Sunday type league. So on any given Sunday, I know that the Arizona Cardinals are not the best team, but they play hard team. They have a good scheme. They pretty much run the same offense as the Philadelphia Eagles and everything. So that's what I have with my my 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 6 wager right super round robin parlay ticket. Okay. Okay. So let's move over to the actual parlay 17 wager. Okay. So everything's still the same. I'm just going to run through this. Uh, Falcons, Texans. I got the Falcons -2.5. Two, Lions, Panthers. I got the Lions -7. Three, Dolphins, Giants. I got the Dolphins -13. I got my fourth game. This is the one that's been added in. That's just straight parlay. This is New England Patriots, Saints. I have the Saints cover. I got Saints winning, but I got them on a +1.5 or 2. You might as well say, and that's gonna suck. That's why I hate that. But yes, uh, my fifth game is still Steelers Ravens. Ravens -5. Minnesota Vikings Kansas City. I got the over on the 52.5. And game 7, I have the upset of the week, or upset alert. Um, Cardinals, Bengals, Cardinals with the +3. So I'm about 15 minutes in, guys. This is for entertainment purposes only. Like, share, and subscribe. Also comment, hit the notification bell. But this is Tone Setter. Peace. I'm out.